What's up everybody? Today I want to talk about the Logitech MX Master 3S mouse. So just for the sake of simplicity, I'm just at most gonna say the MX mouse or the Master mouse or even just the Logitech mouse. I'm not gonna always, get the name right just because I don't know, the names of like tech stuff always throw me off for some reason. Like they're not easy typically. Like it's just a bunch of letters. Anyways, like letters and numbers, like it's weird, whatever. So one big thing that is really difficult about my job specifically as like a content creator is finding something new to say. I would say that is just a difficulty that writers in general have. And in all honesty, I really was almost a contrarian here just for the sake of doing so. In other words, I wanted to dislike or really just hate this mouse in some way just so I could have something to say. And the problem is it's really hard to have something negative to say about this mouse. At first, the only really big thing I could talk about was maybe the horizontal wheel or the side wheel. So the side wheel I felt like was too finicky at sometimes, or too sensitive, I guess is the right word. For example, I really like the idea that you could use it for reminders, sort of as like the equivalent to the touchpad or just touch input. For example, you could slide left and right on a reminder, either to indent or outdent it. If you're on the today section of it, like if it's something is due today, very easy, just swipe on it and it'll move for tomorrow. That's really cool. I honestly think that's a great little feature. When I use it on my iPhone, I just like to swipe something and then, well, it just kind of changes the information on it really quick. And with the side wheel, I feel like sometimes it would just kind of, it's hard to explain. I could show you, but even then you would have to use it to really understand my grievance with it. It just isn't as smooth. Like I feel like I moved it just slightly and it would move way too much, or like I would be very concerned of like I think if you swipe down on the wheel, the details of that reminder would show up. The thing is, if you do it too much, then you delete the reminder, and I don't want that. Of course, fine, on the on the computer you could just put Control-Z and like save the day, right? But I don't like having to worry about that, and I thought that was really frustrating because yeah, it was too sensitive, and the sensitivity of this side wheel became even a bigger problem when I was using Word document. So automatically the option that it gives you for the side wheel is to change the font size, I think, right? And no, wait, not the font size, I'm wrong. It is to zoom in and zoom out. And I thought that was kind of cool. I'm like, oh sure, I don't really do it too often, but fine, sometimes I might want to see some detail more closely. And I was really happy about that. The problem was, I don't know how to explain it. Like it is just a difficult thing to explain. But I would notice that, okay, here are my, I move this. Sometimes I would just kind of move my hand and accidentally touch the wheel and zoom in and zoom out by accident. And it happened kind of a lot. And yeah, I really didn't like that. And to me, that was the negative thing about this mouse. And that's really the only thing I could think of. The side wheel was sometimes too sensitive. But the thing is, wow, that's such a stupid thing to say. Like, it is dumb just because Logitech is really smart. They give you the option just to change the inputs in whatever way you want. Instead of using the side wheel for any of those inputs I was talking about, I just used the app to input certain keystrokes for the buttons that I wanted. So like, and that has worked very well. That has done everything that I wanted to. Fine, I don't have like that sort of I don't have the same input, you know? It's not like this touch input. Now I would say it's more snappy, which I also really appreciate. Like, I just want things to get done, and I could do that, you know? Right now, I have one button to indent, one button to outdent, I have one button to mark something as today, and one button to mark something as tomorrow. Very easy, and I love that so much. Like, it just feels so responsive. Like, that's really what I like. I'm just getting things done. I'm getting myself organized, and that's been really great. For the whole problem that I had in the Word doc, I just took off the thing. I wasn't enjoying the whole zoom in and zoom out thing, and Logitech just lets you, well, change that, and I did, and I just took it off. So far, I don't know. That would be interesting. I would like for somebody out there who uses Word and this mouse specifically to point out some type of function I could use for that side wheel. So far, I haven't really thought of one. I don't know. But yeah, I tried to say something negative about it. That's the only stuff I could think of, and they're really easy fixes. Just because Logitech just gives you such great options through their app, and I loved it. So let's really talk about the positive things, because really, if you are hesitant about buying this mouse, I know it's $100. Look, that's a lot of money, but wow, is it worth it? I really do feel like it is. Overall, I'm very impressed by this mouse. Man, I could go on about the inputs and the functionality of it. But let me just say right now, I am very, what's the right word? I'm surprised that some people will buy the Logitech mouse and also a mouse pad. I know, like, I think Marquez Brownlee made a video about his desk setup, and he definitely advocates for it.
So my setup here is I've got my Magic Keyboard over here for switching between, Magic Trackpad for switching between spaces, and I always have a couple, and then the keyboard in the middle and the mouse. So I'm like a 3 input type of person. I feel like that's not as normal, because you still can do spaces with the mouse, but that's my current setup. I really only use that for scrolling and spaces.
One thing though, at least in the video that I'm referring to, he talks about 2 specific things. One, that he uses the mouse pad to scroll on websites, and then he also uses it to change displays, like move from one display to another. I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand. Just because I feel like the Logitech mouse is honestly really good at being able to do that, to do both of those things. The mouse, I find the scrolling experience to be honestly pretty good. Like, it scrolls really fast. I feel like I could stop it instantly when I need it. And that whole thing of like moving to a different display, yeah, that's more than fine on the Logitech mouse. Even Marquez Brownlee seems to say that in the video, but he still has this other thing. He still, will use the mouse pad. To me, that's surprising. I would think if you want an extra functionality, you kind of want that one modular thing. I always forget what it's called. I have no idea. I have to look it up. I'm probably gonna put like an image right here, somewhere on the side. I'll probably put an image of what the hell I'm talking about. But basically, it's this modular thing that you could like, what's it called? Customize, and it's really cool. Like, you use it for different apps, and like there's like this knob thing that you use. Like, just think of the most customizable input thing that you can have on your desk. In my view, something like that makes sense, just because obviously there's only so much the Logitech mouse can do. Like there's only so many inputs. So having extra inputs like that on the side, that makes sense to me. But other than that, no, it doesn't. I don't get it. Like I really don't. But yeah, this is all just to say that I love this mouse. I mean, wow, Logitech. You know what's funny? I had no idea that Logitech was like doing stuff like this. Like I hadn't seen Logitech. I don't know. I guess I wasn't into tech that much. But like in my mind for a while, I thought Logitech was kind of like a dead company, to be honest. But I see this mouse and it is impressive. Like it is so nice. For $100, yeah, there is no regrets. Like, are you serious? Like this is such a good mouse. The only thing I could say about it is, wow, I really hope that, I don't know, if they come up with the MX4 or something, that maybe they'll have more inputs. Well, that's all I have to say. Please subscribe and like, comment down below about what you think about this mouse. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a good one. Oh yeah, and really quick, you could just change the sensitivity of the horizontal wheel. So even if that's a problem, it's actually not. Like, come on, that's just good. That's a good product.